Hey Internet, this is Sonics coming back at you with another tutorial. Today I want to show you how to make a DJ tool called a bootleg. And before we get down and dirty into it, I wanted to show you all, there's my brother. I wanted to show you all a little bootleg I made with the Now or Never vocals over my own song called Vacancy. So here it goes. Enough of that, let's get started to it. So, in order to make a bootleg, you need at least two parts. You need a bass song, which is the instrumental part, beats and everything, and then you need an acapella stem, at least one. And an acapella stem is just the vocals from a song. And the one that I used in this particular bootleg is the one for Now or Never by Tritonal. And you can find their song on Beatport and whatnot. But here's what an acapella should actually sound like.
But you don't know why you come back again. I'd rather have one night.
So before you bring one of these stems into your workstation, you wanna go and set the master beat time to what you think the beats per minute you think the original recording was recorded at. And to figure this out, I usually, if the song is on Beatport, I go on Beatport and then figure out what the original timing was. But this isn't always accurate, so if you actually can't figure out what the beats per minute is that you need to work with, warping might be a little bit more tricky for you. So let's get into how to actually get this stem in time with the rest of your music. So warping in a nutshell is essentially shrinking and stretching a waveform to whatever purpose you're trying to accomplish with it. In this particular purpose, in this bootleg, we're trying to get this audio stem in time with the beat that we're trying to put it over. So when it comes to Ableton, at least, I'm not sure about any other programs and how their warping works, but in Ableton, you see these yellow marks here? These yellow marks represent warp markers, and you can insert and delete them by double-clicking on this line and then double-clicking on a marker to delete it. Now, with these markers, you can literally manhandle the hell out of your waveform by just dragging them. And you can add more and then drag them and just intricately tweak your waveform until you get everything in time. So as a demonstration, let's try and get this first part here in time with our metronome, with the beat that we set out in our master tempo. So turn on your metronome and let's get started on this.
The walls are paper thin. You're moving in.
So obviously it's not on time. So if you understand measures and beats, there's 4 beats in a measure. If you listen to the original song, you can tell that the lyricist Phoebe Ryan, correct me if I pronounce that wrong, starts singing on the 4th beat of the measure before the actual measure where everything starts. So I think she starts singing right there, so I'm going to double click there and then drag that to this fourth beat and see if that fixes it or not.
The walls are paper thin.
Okay, so that fixed this portion right here, but this part seems a little bit off. So let's add a marker here and drag that up and see how it sounds now.
The walls are paper thin. You're moving in.
So this part sounds a little bit better now. Now, for the sake of brevity, I'm going to go through this entire stem and do that because It actually took me a lot of tweaking to get this exactly how I wanted it. So, but essentially you need to go through the entire waveform and tweak all parts of the waveform to how you like it. So, now that your vocals are nice and warped and in time, it's time to actually put them over your beat. So, put your beat down in a track by itself, make sure it's warped in time too and it sounds pretty pristine, and then let your creativity just take you. Cut and chop the vocal sample however you think it fits in the song. You can see I did a lot of intricate cutting all over the place. When it comes to actually processing the audio, luckily for this stem was not actually a dry stem. It actually already had effects on it. So the processing I had to do was very minimal. You can see I have an auto filter that's to add a little bit of movement to it. I have a low cut on pretty much all of these just to get out any of the low end so it'll mix better. And on this one during the chorus, I have a kickstart plugin to push down the vocals a little bit every time the kick hits, so that the mix overall gets a little bit more of a punchy feel. Finally, when it comes down to mastering, you literally could do nothing if you wanted to. The only thing I did is just slap a limiter on and just turned it up a little bit so that it's pushing up against the top threshold. But once you get everything sounding crisp and pristine the way you like it, you now have yourself an awesome DJ tool you share with others and anything else like that. Now, suppose you wanted to set this bootleg up to be playable live, like, say, Justin Blau does it. Justin actually tends to make his bootlegs. He gets the ideas for his bootlegs while he's DJing live, and then he'll go into the studio and mix and master them so they sound really good when he puts them out on his SoundCloud. So how you would go about doing that is take your clips. Now, I could make an entire new tutorial on how to set this up live, but in short, essentially what you could do is you take your clips, Control-C to copy, hit Tab to go into your live view, and then pick the track you want to put it on, and then Control-V, paste it, and then set this up however you want. Plug in your APC40 or your Novation Launchpad, and you could then play all this out live like Madeon or Blau himself. But I will mention that Blau and Madeon do use Ableton. I'm not aware of any other programs that have a live feature like this, but if you do, let me know. I'm always open to learn more. So there you go. Well, I hope you all learned a thing or two from this tutorial. If you did, give it a like. It really helps me out. And also leave any questions, comments. I'd love to answer anyone's questions about these. And also, if there's something you want me to make a tutorial about, also let me know that as well. And if you actually want to download this song, this bootleg is available for free on my SoundCloud. I'll put a link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe because I have plenty more tutorials coming out. Alright, so hope you all enjoyed this and take care.